I am going to do a reaction video to this, what's this name here? I think it's called Chris's Red Hots. And just to give you a brief description of my background, I was actually a store manager for Dairy Queen for a little bit. I was also a food service sergeant for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. So I have quite a bit of food service experience, and I also have industrial food service experience, so I understand what it takes to handle food as far as rules, regulations, proper safety handling, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and watch this Chris's Red Hots. I've seen a couple of his videos before, and I did notice some issues just within the first couple of minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and do a review on his video real quick. So let's go ahead and watch this. It's called Just One of Those Days, and we're only going to watch like the first 6 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and point out the issues that I see. So the video starts off of him creating an order here, and so the things that stand out to me is he has a black glove on the right hand and a clear glove on the left hand, but he's touching everything with both gloves that he has on his hands while prepping this order. Touching the food that he wrapped with the black glove, putting it in the bag, grabbing the napkins with the black glove, grabbing both bags, giving it to the guy. Cool. Oh, now he's touching his service terminal with the black glove. All right.
You want it back?
Oh. Okay, so he's coming back to the table, and he is grabbing a rag that's just laying underneath the shelf there. It doesn't look like there's any sanitation bucket, which is a concern for me because the rag looks kind of grimy. He grabs the rag, wipes the table off.
Take it easy.
Wiping across the steam table, across all the food areas.
Take it easy.
Nice guy. Sounds like a nice guy. Oh, throws the rag back on the second shelf. No problem.
See you guys.
And then he grabs the fork. Those are all no-nos. Everything he's touched so far with those gloves after handling an order, and then he goes and grabs buns and he's about to create another order, has yet to change gloves. He grabs the fork with the black glove. I'm guessing the left glove is the food glove, and I don't know what the right glove would be for. Stabbing the dog. Cheese. Chili, okay. He uses his dog fork to pop open, I guess that's potatoes, okay. Uses a fork to pop open the tray, okay, that's not good. And then wipes the potatoes on the dog. So he's already cross-contaminated because the same dog fork he used in the potatoes, so that's cross-contamination right there. Slaps it on, throws it back on the counter. Okay, comes over here to a cold service tray area. I'm guessing these things are cold service, but he should have lids on all of those items. Those should not be exposed to elements inside the facility at all. They should have lids. Okay. Jalapenos, secret sauce, potato strings on top of the dog. Why you would pour them over the ground instead of just pouring it into over a bowl? That would save yourself from spilling.
The hot mommy's getting the chili.
Wraps the dog chili with both gloves.
And what was the last one you said? Chili cheese.
Okay. Dog again. We're at 1 minute and 38 seconds in the video. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I guess that's maybe like sour cream Or no, that's cream cheese maybe? But again, he's cross-contaminating because he's spreading the actual spoon onto the dog. He shouldn't reuse that spoon after he's touched the dog with it because, again, it's cross-contamination. I know it probably seems like I'm being picky, but this is a food service industry. This is where you're feeding the public. It's not like cooking at home and licking your fingers. People can actually get sick and they can actually die from illnesses that they catch. So that's the reason why if I seem a little bit harsh with my knowledge and, feeding, 1,000 to 2,000 inmates a day, 3 meals a day at that, there's certain standards that you have to abide by. So, all right, minute 48 seconds. Jalapenos on a cream cheese dog. Again, he's wiping the spoon on top of the dog. Chili, okay. Is that Fritos? Interesting, okay. Grabs the food wrap with the black glove. Wraps the second dog, flips the lid closed. Opens the buns, leaves them open. Dog. Now we're looking for something. Okay, cheese, chili, again. Oh, simple chili cheese dog. Wraps it again. The next one, okay.
11.50
All right.
Soda.
Touches the napkins with the black glove, and I don't know. I guess that was a straw, maybe.
13. No problem.
All right. Touching his terminal with his black glove. So he's touched his terminal and every food item basically in the shop with that black glove.
How you been? All right. Take care, man. Thank you.
Again, nice guy, great customer service. I'll give him an A+ on that.
Mustard and a little bit of sauerkraut?
Mustard and sauerkraut for this next dog. Oh. So he actually picks the mustard.
Guy, can you shut that door,
and
please?
uses the spout of the mustard from the mustard pump and wipes it on the dog. Can't do that. Sorry, you just can't do that. 3 minutes, 22 seconds in. Kraut. So he's using the same fork to serve every item on this table, which is, again, a big cross-contamination concern because, you have to make sure that everything is held to a certain temp. And if any of those items are not held to a certain temp, there's always that leeway for bacterial contamination, which then would cause an issue with other food items when you're cross-contaminating like that.
Please.
Oh, he yells at the customers to close the door. That's kind of odd. I guess he's by himself. He's touching everything in the kitchen with that black glove. And he grabs dogs, although wrapped in wax paper, throws them in the bin there.
Just that one? Just the one?
So just a concern of mine, I wonder what his steam table temp is. Because in the food service industry, we had to take temps every, 30 minutes to every hour just to make sure that the steam table didn't have any issues. So, and I don't see any indication sitting around him. Maybe it's at the bottom or whatever, but I don't see any indication that he takes temps of his steam table. So we're 3 minutes, 53 seconds in. Oh, the black glove is a cash glove. Oh my God. Absolutely not. I hope after he touches his cash that he changes that glove.
7. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Oh my God. He goes and grabs his fork. He grabs his fork and proceeds to make orders. Contaminates the mustard.
No.
touches, now get this, he touches all these lids. He touches the potato lid, the chili lid. He closes the other, I guess he has 2 different types of chili. He closes the other chili lid, and now he's making a dog, but he has not changed that black glove.
It was just the one? Everything sweet?
And he just touched
What's
his
this one?
hot dog tongue. Now it's funny
Chili
because
cheese?
he used I guess I don't know why that's like that, but he used a little rag on the chili, but he used his tongue for the potato, or his fork for the potato, but still has that same cash glove on and didn't change it. Again, cross-contaminating again. And then he touches the wrap-up paper that he's wrapping the hot dog after he's touched the cash. Do you know how many germs are on cash? I'm going to make sure I include that info.
What's going on, Nick?
So we're just going willy-nilly.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, his steam table's hot, so that's pretty good. You can tell it's boiling in there with those dogs. So I give him that.
And cheese.
Again, just so much cross-contamination going on here.
Just me.
That's so unsafe.
Yeah, you know that. You know that, bro.
It's probably better by yourself, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
5 minutes, 7 seconds. I'm gonna give it one more minute, and then we're gonna be done here with this, watching this guy.
I know the job's gonna.
So yeah, he's just put his cash glove. He grabbed napkins and put it inside their food. So those people are gonna end up using those napkins to wipe their mouth, and they could possibly have some kind of bacteria from the cash transferred to his glove to that napkin, and they're gonna wipe their mouth. I mean, touching his terminal has not changed gloves yet.
What's going on, Nick? Oh yeah.
And may I mind you, in the beginning, he used his right hand, because it seems like he's right hand dominant.
Thank
He
you,
used his
ladies.
right
Take
hand
care.
to grab his cleaning rag to wipe across the whole table.
And cheese. Just me.
Very nice guy. He has great customer service skills. I
Yeah,
give him
you know
that.
that. You know that, bro.
It's probably better by yourself, bro.
Serving and cross-contamination, not so much.
You know that, bro.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Bro, change your glove.
Right. I don't gotta hear nobody. I don't gotta.
All right, we're gonna stop right here.
I know the job's gonna.
So, as I've noted, as I watched this video and I noted these concerns, A+ customer service skills, hands down. Although he did yell at a customer to close the door, but you know, I guess maybe it's hot in New Jersey. He cross-contaminated every item on his hot bar. He has left his items on his cold bar open to air exposure, which is not a good thing. Sanitation, he has no sanitation bucket underneath that bar. He used the rag that he's touched the cash with, that he has not rinsed at all. He just wipes the top of his hot bar, touching it with the cash glove. So you're just spreading any contamination from your glove onto the top of the hot bar there. It did look like his steam table was pretty hot because the hot dog area was boiling. So I'm going to give him an A- on that, because you should also have like a thermometer and a temp sheet there. And even if you have customers, you need to take your temps because that is important to make sure that everything is being held at the proper temperatures to make sure people don't get sick. And then even so, on the cold side, you need to measure the cold side too. Now, leaving those items exposed to air without covering them up, that is obviously going to drop their temperature down. So that cream cheese, if left at room temperature for too long, can actually become can actually make you sick. So after about 2 hours for cream cheese, it's no good. So if that cream cheese isn't stored at like 38 or below, then it's not going to be good for you at all. Other than that, I don't know. overall, I'd say I don't want to be too harsh here. I would say like a C minus. Yeah, and that's with my experience. I have a ServSafe card. I was a manager, a food service sergeant for a correctional facility for many years. And so I know food service like the back of my hand, and there's still some things, like even when I cook in my own home, that I abide to. I don't cross-contaminate with spoons. You know, people taste their food. My husband complains about this all the time because he's like, how did so many spoons end up in the sink? And I'm like, well, I was cooking. Like, what do you expect? It's things you learn that you never forget. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.